Many Italian verbs, including verbs in are, are irregular. This means that they don't follow the regular partner, but they form in a different way. They could have a different stem and they could have a different ending. So the only way for you to know how to use them is to memorize their forms. Um, I gave you here the regular partner, the parlare as a model. So you already studied this in the previous unit, but let's just review a second. So following the parlare model, you know how to conjugate all the regular verbs in are. For example, if I gave you like a verb like lavorare, lavorare means to work, and I ask you to translate in English, they work. So what you do, you know that lavorare is the equivalent of to work, so you have to drop are in order to like provide a form for they. So you drop are, and what you have, this is the stem, and then you have to look for the right ending for they. You know that they is loro, so the right form for loro, it will be lavorano. Okay, so if you want to say they work, you can say loro. Remember that loro in Italian is not mandatory. Okay, so loro lavorano. Another example. You want to say that Anna sang well. Anna sings well. Okay, so you know that you have the name Anna. Then you know that, let me just put it down now for a second. Like to sing is cantare, so it's a verb ending in are and is regular. So what you have to do if you want to write sings, Anna. You know that Anna is lei, so it's she. So what is the form for lei? You go on the table and you see that the form for lei is a, the English a. So again, what you do, you drop are, so the stem will be cant, as you write Anna can, plus the ending, so Anna canta, and then well is bene. Okay, so this is how you work with regular verbs. Now, with irregular verbs, you work exactly the same, but unfortunately you have to memorize different endings and different stems. Sometimes you will see that the endings for some persons, especially for noi, we, and boy, you all are regular, but I suggest you to memorize the entire forms. Now, a few examples of the irregular verbs. Let's say you want to say Mario goes to school, okay? And you have to give me the equivalent in Italian. So the first thing, let's check the verb. Goes, the verb, like goes, is the form for lui and lei, he and she, but it's coming from the infinitive form of the verb, English form of the verb, to go. So what you have to do, you have to find the equivalent of the verb to go. And the equivalent of the verb to go in Italian is andare. For a second, let's just pretend that andare is regular. Just for a second. So if andare is regular, what do you do? Let's go back to Mario goes to school. So first of all, you write Mario, no problem, don't change, it's an Italian name. Then, as I said, think that andare is regular. So if you think that andare is regular, you should follow the regular no, like conjugation. So your model is parlare, is this one. So what you would do, you would drop are, so the stem will be and, okay? Then you check for the equivalent subject of Mario. Mario is he, so which one is the form, the ending form of the verb? It will be a, is here, no? So it will be Mario anda, and then to school we say a scuola, okay? But you will make a mistake since andare doesn't follow the regular partner. It follows other endings and other stems. So you must memorize this. Now, if you know that andare is an irregular, you don't write anda. Why? Because you go and you check the forms of andare. So Mario goes to school, Mario, then you come here to this table, the yellow, you see this column here, and Mario, as I said, is he and she, is the same form of he. And so you come here and you see the form is va. Okay, so if it was regular, it would be anda, but since it's not regular, must be va. Okay, so this is, let me do it like this. Okay, so this is the way you have to work with irregular verbs. Let me give you another example. You gave Maria a kiss. Okay, let's try to translate this in Italian. You know how to say you, and in Italian you is tu. Remember that subject pronouns, so io, tu, lui, lei, etc. in Italian are non-mandatory. So let me just put this one in parentheses because it means like you can use or you can avoid it. So you gave Maria a kiss. So you, so tu, now you take, you need to find the equivalent of to give. You use the dictionary and you see dare. Okay, again, let's pretend that dare for a second. That dare is a regular verb. You see dare, so you know the rules. You drop are and you add the right form for you. So let's go to the regular forms now. It's you, so it will be I, so the Italian I. The result will be tu di. In Italian we say un bacio a Maria. Okay, so the verb, it will be di. Now, you know that dare is not regular, so you can't follow the regular partner. But you have to check for the right form for dare. So you come here to this column and you see that it's not di, but actually is die. So you must correct this one and the result will be die. You will see that a lot of forms are regular. But as I said before, I suggest you to study those forms and to memorize them so you won't make a mistake. Yes, a lot of them are regular. For example, if you take the form of the verb stare, so to stay, okay, you see, you come here, it works as a regular verb because you drop are and you add the same regular one. You see here it's like io sto. So actually you acting as if stare was a regular verb. You drop are and you add o. Result is sto. But then again you see if you think it's irregular, it will be like sti. Bad because you will add an I, but you come here and you check and you see like stai. Then again, it will the Louis lay form is regular, no? Sta, if you had this, and you have sta. Eh? Same for lei formal, the same for noi, and the same for voi. You see? Stiamo, state, and you have here stiamo and state. But loro form is irregular. So if it was regular, it would be stano with one N, but actually, if you check the column here, you see stanno with two N. Same thing with no for danno here and vanno here. So my suggestion is just memorize all those forms. Don't try to remember which one is regular and which one is not. Just memorize them.